for your love. Welcome to the funk capital of the world. You cannot even imagine what I got in store for you, girl. So I began to fantasize what it would be like to get a demonstration of you. Getting down on my mic. You got the munchies.
Your love is kind of sweet. Sweet enough to me. I'm hooked on your chocolate stuff. I got the munchies for your love. Your love is
I gotta let that one ride out. I gotta let it ride out.
Yeah, fish wouldn't get into trouble if he kept his mouth shut.
Ooh, that's smooth. That's a smooth one. That's that new Bootsy. That's from the Funk Capital of the World album. That's the Munchies. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Mack Lessons Radio show. My name is Mr. Tariq Elite, also known as Tariq Nasheed, broadcasting right here in Los Angeles, California, ready to chop up some hot fire, real good game. Today's show is brought to you by InvisibleSettings.com. If you want to step your jewelry game up, if you want to step your diamond game up, if you want to have your wrist twinkling, if you want to have your neck gleaming, go to InvisibleSettings.com to get your diamond game up. Get the real deal diamonds. Get those fly diamonds that twinkle from every angle. Because this is campaign time. The game is heavy. You got to look right. You got to have your jewels intact. So go to InvisibleSettings.com. And today's show is also brought to you by the brand new album by my dude from Miami, T-Shock the World. His brand new album is coming out. It is called Vanilla Seats. Let me play a cut from the Vanilla Seats album from my man T-Shock right here. You can get the album at iTunes or you can get it at Amazon.com. This is called Power from the new T-Shock album.
Let me explain to you. Let's go. So many people feel the power of this great lie, and I'ma show you how it feels. It feels great, right? And then the other people living a fake lie.
That is my dude T-Shock the World from the brand new album Vanilla Seats. You can get that brand new album at iTunes.com or Amazon.com. Let me put back on my Bootsy. And today's show is also brought to you by Tariq Elite Live in Charlotte, North Carolina. I will be in Charlotte, North Carolina, August 20th at the Neighborhood Theater. You guys do not want to miss that. We're going to have a ball down in Charlotte, North Carolina at the Neighborhood Theater. It's going to be off the chain at the Neighborhood Theater. Get your tickets, your discount tickets at MackLessons.com. Go to MackLessons.com. Go to the top of the page where it says Join Tariq in Charlotte. Click on that. Get your tickets. Come on down. Chop up game. Wherever you are around the country, you need to fly into Charlotte because we had a ball down in Miami this past weekend. If you miss Miami, you missed some real good game. The game was heavy in Miami. Packed house. Man, I fell in love with the city of Miami. People in Miami, beautiful people, man. Real good spirit. Love the vibe, love the energy. The whole lecture, everything went off without a hitch. I gotta shout out the brothers at Bright Nights Promotions. Those brothers held it down. Those are the cats who brought me down there. They had me laid out in a nice hotel. They had me in the nice rental. The venue was fly. And I love to see brothers when they can handle their business correctly. We handle business. These brothers were on their grind. So if you ever do any kind of business with Bright Nights, I can co-sign for these cats, man. Very thorough brothers. Very thorough brothers. The money was right. None of that funky finger production shit. None of that brown paper bag. Let me holler at you. Let me have a fish fry and a car wash to get you your money. None of that stuff. These guys were straight up and down. Shout out to Super Cindy, the lovely Super Cindy from the radio station down there in Miami. She was my co-host. We had a blast. And the DVD is coming out the beginning of September for the Miami lecture. The DVD will be out in September, and I promise you, the game on this DVD is tighter than the New York DVD and the Atlanta DVD. The game is that heavy. The game is a beast. I was spitting that hot ism, if I may pat myself on the back. I really enjoyed it. We had a lot of women in there, a lot of couples in there. Very lovely ladies showed up. A lot of lovely women showed up to the lecture in Miami. There was one little incident. There was one little dude who showed up, a dude named, his name is Jeff Carroll. I found out that's what his name is. Now, the lecture was fine. The lecture went great, but when I did the question and answer segment, this little nigga named Jeff Carroll kind of tried to make a little slick comment. Those who are in Miami, they know what I'm talking about. This nigga tried to make a little slick comment. He got up and asked the question. He was like, "Hey, my name is Jeff Carroll. I'm a hip hop dating coach just like you, Tariq." So when you hear that, you know it's some bullshit about to pop off. This nigga said he was a hip hop dating coach. Now, and people said that the nigga was drunk too. But the dude tried to ask a slick question to kind of put me on the spot to try to get a little shine for himself. Basically, that's what he was really low-key trying to do, trying to promote his thing that he has going on, which is some garbage that I looked up. But he was like, "Hey, Tariq, I like your stuff and everything, but I take issue with something you said in your book." Now, the thing is, at my lecture, I didn't talk about nothing from my books, really. I didn't talk about anything from The Art of Mackin' or nothing. It was some whole brand new game. So a lot of people who were not familiar with my books, they didn't know what this guy was talking about. So he was like, "Yeah, in one of your books, you say something about you shouldn't tell a woman that you love her, and I disagree with that. I take issue with that. I'm not all about games." And he thought that he was going to get sympathy from the women. He thought, because there were a lot of women in there, so he tried to make a comment thinking that the women were going to co-sign him, and the women didn't. They just looked at his ass like he was crazy. So he was basically like, yeah. You talk about you shouldn't tell a woman you love her, and I'm a hip hop dating coach, and I'm all about no games. I said, look, stop, because he tried to go on and on and on, but I had my co-host take the mic from his ass because he wasn't going to just bogart my shit. But I told him, I said, "Look, man, what I said in my book, don't misquote. What I said was I don't believe that men should be telling women they love them when they don't, which is a problem. A lot of dudes will say, 'I love you' to women and tell women what they think the women want to hear in order to get sex from them. That's what I disagree with. I tell men, don't say stuff like that and cupcake and simp just to get sex." So I shut his shit down real quickly. But the thing is, man, I was very diplomatic with it because there were a lot of new people who are new to my material, because they were broadcasting it and advertising this all over Miami. So there were a lot of couples in there, a lot of married couples, a lot of women. So I wanted to be on my P's and Q's to a certain degree. But that nigga lucky I didn't get raw. And I'm letting cats know, man, boy, you don't come up to my shit trying to pull no sucker shit. Because the cat is lucky Taz wasn't up there. Because see, Taz can be the bad guy. Taz would have lit your ass up verbally. Whereas I had a female co-host, so everything had to be somewhat diplomatic. You know what I'm saying? But, man, and this dude is a clown. I looked up his stuff. We were talking about him on Ustream the other day, and his name is Jeff Carroll. He calls himself Yo Jeff. And his whole gimmick is he's the hip-hop dating coach, and his shit is garbage. this nigga, it's a gimmicky, contrived, patronizing little bullshit thing he has, and it's not working for him. So this nigga's trying to come up to my shit making some low-key slick remarks. I've seen a couple of YouTube videos of this nigga, and what he does, he puts on a referee outfit and do talks at like high schools and shit like that about abstinence. It's real corny. He literally has on a referee outfit looking like a broke-ass Foot Locker employee. And this nigga has a blog. I forgot what the name of the blog is, but it's so coonish and goofy. You're not fooling these kids. This is why this nigga's YouTube videos are not getting hits. Nobody's never really heard of the guy, and I don't mind mentioning the guy because shit, get your little 15 minutes. I give you your little 15 minutes of fame because you're garbage. Ain't nobody taking your shit seriously. The nigga's on his blog, has on a red baseball hat turned to the back with a dingy gray shirt, and he's throwing up some hip-hop gang signs. It's coonish as fucking hell. This old buck-tooth ass nigga. Buck-tooth bastard. This nigga teeth look like 2 rows of paper towels hanging off his lips. You buck-tooth fucker. But I digress. Let me keep my vibe Mackish. But anyway, man, shout out to Miami, man. I had a real good time in Miami, man. The vibe in Miami was so fly. I fell in love with this radio station down there. There's a radio station that's it's a pirate station. It's 97.7. It's like an underground station. And I remember those stations being down in Miami back in the day. I didn't know they still had them. But this is an underground station. And they play all the raw shit, and it's real gully. They'll let you know, hey, you want us to play your shit, y'all gonna have to pay us. They're straight up and down with it. But they were running ads for my event down there. A lot of the stations were running ads for my event. And this station, 97.7, if you're ever in Miami, check out that station. There's a cat named Bo the Lover, and they do the radio show. It's a radio station, it's a pirate station run from the housing projects. It's run out of a housing project. It's real gully, but it's a great station because they play a lot of stuff that's not on regular radio, and we were jamming to it all the while we were there. And we went to a few clubs out there in Miami too, before and after the lecture. Some of the clubs we went to a club called Mansion out there in Miami. Mansion was cool. We went to Mansion on Friday night. We did a couple of little club hops on Friday night. Mansion was cool. The vibe was all right. Real nice setup the way the club is. The club is a beautiful setup. Real spacious. That's my thing. I like a club that's spacious. And fellas, if you go clubbing, make sure you go to a spacious club. Being in a cooped up club is pointless because you're going to need breathing room. You need to get out there and you need to be able to move and flow. So that club was cool. The later it got kind of weird. Everybody started acting kind of coked out. You had some of those Persian tight shirt wearing fist pumping dudes coming up in there, and they started playing that house music, and everybody started looking coked out and ecstasied out, and there was a motherfucker in a rabbit suit in there doing the Dougie. It got real crazy. So we club hopped to this other spot called Club Play. Now Club Play was garbage. Do not go to that club. I'm shitting on that club. That club is garbage. It was too much to get in. And when you get in, they regulate you to a certain section of the club, and you can't get on the dance floor unless you have a wristband. You can't go upstairs into the VIP unless you have a wristband. Then you got to pay an extra $100 for the wristband. It's a real confusing thing. And it's all tight and cooped up. And the players, you can't put no game down if you all cooped up. If you all shoulder to shoulder with everybody, you can't put no good game down. Females ain't trying to hear no motherfucker conversate with them, and it's all tight, packed up like that. So that vibe was off at that club. Didn't like that club. Now the next day, after we did the lecture, the unofficial after party was at a club called Cameo. A lot of people from the lecture went up to Cameo. And when we got to Cameo, we're having trouble getting in, because usually I bribe a motherfucker. I give somebody $60, $100, whoever the doorman is, just to let us get in that rope, and then we'll pay whatever we have to pay. But it was kind of confusing because we didn't know who was running what, and it was just a lot of confusion at the door. And one of my listeners, Walt. What's up, Walt? Big Walt, my military player. My man Walt was walking by. He saw us out there. He was like, yo, man, we got you. I got you. We're going to get you in. My man Walt hooked up the bottle service and got us in. Shout out to my man Walt. Hooked us up. Showed us much love. We got in. This club Cameo was the shit. Cameo was the shit. Hot ass club. Fly setup. The energy was fly. Nothing but dimes in there. There was a couple of mud ducks, but it was mostly dimes in there. Fly ass club. Not only were there dimes in there, the dimes were cooperating. Very cooperative dimes in that club. Giving up some good energy. And a lot of the players from the lecture, they had gotten there early. And they were getting a lot of cooperation. A lot of the players from the lecture were energized. And they were feeling that cooperation. So I give Cameo, if you're ever in Miami, I give Cameo 2 thumbs up. You definitely need to hit up Cameo if you are ever in Miami. The club is off the chain. But anyway, let's get into some game. We're going to get into some good game tonight. Today's show, what I want to talk about jump-starting your grind. I got my real Mackish mellow music on. We want to talk about jump-starting your grind. Because I'm in a real hustle mood. I'm in a real grinding mood. And I want everybody else to be in a real grinding mood. Like when I go on my lecture tours, I'm in that grinding mood, that hustling mood. Because I like to see other people who are motivated. And plus, we're going to start doing this film in September. We're going to start doing the school in September because we have reached the funding goal for the school. And let me shout out everybody who became backers of the brand new movie, The School. Much love and much respect to you. We have reached our funding goal. So in September, that's when we're going to start filming down in Atlanta. We're going to start doing the casting. Everything, we're going to do things very quickly and very fast. After I do a couple of lecture dates, I'm going over to Spain for a week at the end of this month. So when I get back, it's going to be heavy grind time. So I want to share some grinding energy with my players and playettes out there in Radio Land. And again, don't forget to join me in Charlotte because I'm going to spit some real hot fire in Charlotte. A lot of good stuff I'm going to talk about in Charlotte that I did not talk about in Miami, but I digress. So anyway, a lot of you players out there, you want to get motivated. You want to grind. You want to do some fly things. You want to get your money right. You want to get your career on. You want to do something constructive. You want to step to that dime you've been wanting to step to. But you don't know how to motivate yourself. You don't know how to jumpstart your grind. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give you 10 quick tips on what you need to do to jumpstart your grind. Now, number one, what you need to do if you're trying to achieve anything, if you're trying to get your grind on, what you need to do is research what you're trying to achieve. You need to become knowledgeable of what you're trying to do. That's first and foremost. Because a lot of people start doing stuff or want to get into something and don't know the ins and outs of it. And if you don't know the ins and outs of it, you're going to be destined to fail. And then when you start failing, you're going to be looking down at yourself, which you should not. You just need to do more research about what you're trying to do. For example, let's say a person who says they want to get into real estate. And if you go try to buy some houses and flip them and you don't know the ins and outs of the game, you're going to get disappointed because you didn't take the time out to research the ins and outs of that part of the game. So always research what you want to achieve. That's number one. Now, number two, Do not be afraid to fail. And that should be a given. But the thing is, a lot of people don't get on their grind. A lot of people are stagnant when it comes to getting their grind on because they're afraid that they're going to fail. You're afraid to spit at that female because you think you're going to get dissed. You're afraid to go to get that job because you're afraid that they're not going to hire you. You always, that fear of failure is the worst type of fear because that stops a lot of folks from trying. So whatever you do, get the fear of failure out of your repertoire. Now, number 3, stop comparing yourself to other people. A lot of us beat ourselves up because we see one of our peers doing something that we want to do. Or we see not even our peers, we just see somebody in a distance doing something that we want to do, and then we compare ourselves to it and we're like, damn, this person is doing this and I'm on this level. Fuck, what's wrong with me? In many cases, nothing is wrong with you, but these people have a different journey. Their journey is not going to be your journey. Sometimes you don't need to be at a certain level yet because your mind might not be ready for that level. Just like with this Jeff Carroll asshole that came to my lecture. This nigga's a bum ass because he's just not verbally and mentally ready to be on my level in the game. For example, I'm just using myself as an example, and there are a million examples. Just like a kid who wants to, if a kid looks at TV and sees LeBron James, he's like, shit, I can play ball. I can be the next LeBron James. But the thing is, he knows how to play ball, but he doesn't have the discipline to be a team player. So being the next LeBron might not be right for him at that moment. That's just a basic example. So just do not compare yourself to other people. Compare yourself to yourself. Grow from where you were last time. Grow from where you were yesterday. Grow from where you were a year ago. Compare yourself to yourself. Now, number 4, which is very important in jumpstarting your grind, you need to get a positive mind frame in the morning. At the beginning of every day, you need to get into a positive mind frame. And I always talk about this. A lot of people get into a negative mind frame because they get online. The first thing people do when they go to work or go to school or get in their car or wake up, they go online and they see some negative nonsense. They go see some bullshit on World Star. They go read some crazy nonsense on Media Takeout, which you should never do. And I've talked about this a million times on the show back in the day, and sometimes I still do this. Early in the morning, I get up and I make a point to put up a positive affirmation, just to send that positive energy out there. So always try to look for some type of positive affirmation, some type of positive energy at the beginning of the day. That has a real strong effect on the way your day goes. If you start off on a high note, that'll mellow everything out for the rest of the day. Very important. Trust me on that one. Now, number 5, you need to remember the things you were successful in. That's going to help you jumpstart your grind because it shows you and it reminds you that you have been successful in certain things before. A lot of people get into the failure groove. They get so used to failing, they expect failure all the time. But you have to start remembering there's some things that you were successful in. Everybody has had some type of success. I don't give a damn how bad luck of a person you may think you are. Everybody has had some form of success in some areas of life. So remind yourself of those successes and try to relive that. Figure out what you did to be successful and carry that on until your next thing you're trying to achieve. And I am being very general here because I want this to apply to different things. It can apply to relationships, education, job. It can apply to all types of people activity. Now, number 6, which is one of my favorites, you gotta take time or make time for complete silence in your life. It's very important that you get some quiet time. And I talked about this before. See, the only time a lot of people get any kind of quiet time is when they're asleep. And you need quiet time without the sleep. You need quiet time to think. A lot of times, man, people can't really get their think on because they have all this crazy stuff going on around their homes, around their family. There's always some kind of commotion. And you never have a chance to really think out certain things. Being in silence and thinking is a very powerful thing. You got to get away from the music for a minute. You got to turn the TV on mute for a minute and get into yourself and reflect. Some people call it meditating. I just call it thinking. So you got to make some quiet time for yourself to think. Now, number 7, what you need to do is block out all types of media scare tactics. Because the media will scare you. The media is designed to scare people. And when you're scared, you are debilitated. And that stops you from your hustling. That stops you from your grind. You look at TV, they scare the hell out of you. Don't go outside, you get raped. Don't go out of the country, there's war. Don't go over here, they're going to get you. Don't go over there because they have smallpox. Don't go over there because they got bird flu. Don't do this, stay where you are. It's that type of scare tactic that they use to keep you debilitated. Don't go for that. Don't fall for that. Understand it what it is and understand it for what it is and play past that and go do you. And go get what you need to get and go hustle up on what you need to hustle up on. Now, number 8. Think of doing things in a way that other people have not thought of. A lot of times, man, what you do, people will follow the same broken patterns that other people have failed in. You see people who have not really achieved anything and you're following their patterns. Or even people who have achieved certain things. Just because people have achieved certain things, that doesn't mean you have to do it. Which you can do it, but it doesn't mean you have to do it. That's not the only way. You can think outside of the box and try things a different way. Try things that work for you. You can reinvent the wheel, so to speak. So try to think of things in a way that other people have not thought of. Now, number 9, do not pile too much on when it comes to getting your grind on. A lot of people will create 100 goals at once. And if you do that, that's going to debilitate you because you're going to look at it like, oh my God, I got a whole lot to do. Then you're going to really start procrastinating. So what you do, you start small. Start with 2 or 3 goals, knock those out. Add on 4 or 5 more, knock those out. Don't pile on too much to the point where it will scare you from doing it. Take it one bit at a time. And the last and final one, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to jumpstart your grind, what you need to do is write down every detail of your plan. Now that sounds simple, but a lot of people don't do that. For example, if you want to buy a car, if you say, well, my goal is to buy me a new car, what you need to do is write down how the hell you're going to do it. Because a lot of people will start wishing and praying. But if you just sit up and plan it out, you can make it happen. You can say, look, this is what I'm going to do. Every paycheck, I'm going to save $50. I'm going to save that shit up for about 6 months. Then on the side, I'm going to sell these little sacks. Then I'm going to cut grass. I'm going to donate blood every weekend. You just write everything out, plan it out, execute it, and you'll get your new ride. Even if you want to start a business, say, look, I want to start a catering business. You write down everything you need to do to start it. Don't wish, don't hope, don't pray. Just say, look, every week I'm going to save my little money, save this amount, X amount, X amount, X amount. Then I'm going to go find a facility. I'm going to rent it out for $1,000 a month. Then I'm going to go down to Home Depot, hire me some illegal day laborers to paint it. I mean, you can just write all this shit out and execute it, and you'll be surprised how you will get stuff done just by planning it. People don't plan stuff, surprisingly. but they wish for things to pop off. If you plan some shit, it will get knocked out. Trust me on that one. Anyway, y'all, that's been today's episode of the Mack Lessons Radio Show. My name is Mr. Tariq Elite. Real mellow Mackish vibe on today's show. Hope the game has touched you in a constructive way. Don't forget to join me live in Charlotte, North Carolina at the Neighborhood Theater August 20th. I want to see everybody's face in the place. I want to see people from D.C., Atlanta, South Carolina, Ohio, people from Miami. Y'all can come on up and enjoy the game some more. Come on down to Charlotte. Get your tickets at MackLessons.com or MackLessonsRadio.com. Go to the page where it says Join Tariq in Charlotte. Get your discount tickets. I will holler at you next week. Peace.